So you're thinking about changing the name of your company. This is a big deal. There is a lot to consider, and your brand name is not just a name anymore. It's that consistency matters for search, AI, and trust of your consumers. So that is what we're going to talk about today. My name is Jennifer Denny. I'm the founder of Elevated Marketing Solutions. You can learn more about us over at elevatedmarketing.solutions. And, for years, businesses have used shortened versions of their name without really giving it much thought. Maybe the company name is used on the website, but employees shorten it in emails. Maybe the legal name appears on invoices while the public-facing brand appears on social media. Maybe an old proposal template is using a slightly different spelling. Maybe your social media handle. Maybe you bought another company. Maybe like there are a lot of different situations where the name of your company and your brand name could be different. And while it might be easy for a human to potentially make the connection between the different usage that you might have out there, when your name appears in multiple forms online, on your website, social media profiles, press mentions, team bios, what have you, that inconsistency, it causes more ambiguity. Yeah, I knew I was going to butcher that. We'll skip through it, but it's going to cause more problems than you think. Even more as we start to get into this connected world with AI generated answers, those local listings, those online reviews, those third-party mentions, they can't connect those as well as potentially a human can. And it causes a lot of problems. They can't connect the dots between the different information. It becomes like a real concern. And so you have to think about that when these situations come up. And it can cause what's called like identity drift, where, what may like seem small on its own, together it creates this scattered picture of what your business is. Your brand name and legal name and DBA and parent company name and acronym are not all the same thing. And the issue is, your team never decided on when what version should be used. And that's where it's creating that confusion. Aliases are not always a problem if they're managed. It's unrealistic to think that you can completely erase any other mention of your name, and it's not really helpful. The better approach is to clearly connect those to your business. So, that might mean on your website, a sentence on your about page explaining a former name, a short note on your contact page, a rebrand announcement or an FAQ, a page explaining your parent company or divisions. And I have like a whole list of other things that will be in the blog post, but don't get real hung up though if your social media handle has to be slightly different, because it's understandable that it's not always available, and you might have to put in a hyphen or a shortened version. It's the description that is inside of that you want to make sure that you fully explain who you are and what you do. Context really matters. Your name needs to be connected to what you do. So it's not enough for the internet to see your name. They need to know your services, your industry, your location, your specialties, your customer type, your differentiators, your social media profiles. They have to see all of that. And so, you know, when a business name repeatedly appears along the same service category, location, leadership, positioning, it becomes easier for them to understand who you serve and who you're for. You can't just have "we help businesses grow." Like that's not enough. Um, there's when your business expands, there's all kinds of things that can happen there, like opening a second location, entering a new market, launching a product brand, and all those need to be think through. And uh, another one is a rebrand. It's not just a creative decision. Boy, we've seen a lot of this kind of happen where, this has kind of gone sideways, and I've got a whole list on here of things to think about when you go through a rebrand. Um, Internal consistency versus external. I brought this up, but there are a lot of different documents internally where you might be shorthanding because it's easy, but they're actually accessible to online, and it's causing confusion. Um, all of this needs to be in your brand guidelines, and everybody needs to understand where to use the different divisions and name titles. All of that needs to be clearly laid out so that everybody has it. You should be auditing right now, probably after you see this, like auditing your business name online. And I'm going to give you a list of like all the places you should check and make sure, and then develop a plan from there on how you're going to, move forward from that. When you find those inconsistencies, uh, you know, you got to look for the approved variations, approved alternate names, primary brand name, your legal name, approved business descriptions, official contact details, approved logos, ownership, approval process. All of that has to be laid out. Consistency helps more than just SEO. So you're going to create customer trust. You're going to have better referrals. You're going to have better sales alignment, more reliable reporting, and stronger long-term visibility when you go out and you correct all of this. So you got to make your business easy to understand. You got to make it easy for everyone to know who you are, what do you do, where do you serve, how to contact you, whether the information is current, and which reference belongs to the same business. A lot of work. Some of this is kind of boring, like type work, but it's definitely something you need to do and you need to consider. So check out the blog post over on the website to kind of read into more details on this and really get everything that you need to learn about it. I hope today was helpful. My name is Jennifer Denny, and that is Denney. You can follow along with me on LinkedIn, or you can head over to our website at elevatemarketing.solutions. Certainly sign up for our email newsletter there, and I hope you all have a great day. Take care.